Hello, I'm Danielle. I am part of MonDivi Counseling and Consultation, and this is our first vlog for our MonDivi YouTube page. Portia couldn't be here today, but I wanted to start off by giving some information about MonDivi and myself. And sometimes we will do vlogs together, sometimes we'll do vlogs separately. First of all, you ask, how did we come up with the name MonDivi? What does that even mean? Well, my middle name is Monique and Portia's middle name is Divine, and we combined part to come up with the name MonDivi. We actually did some research and we found that Our Lady of MonDivi is a healer saint in the Catholic religion, and we figured that would be a great name for us because we offer counseling, which helps in healing people. And then some people asked us on our Facebook page, what's the difference between a counselor and a psychologist and a psychiatrist and a life coach? Well, a life coach, you don't have to have any formal education. Anybody can be a life coach with or without a GED. It doesn't matter. You can go to a weekend course, gain a certificate as a life coach, and then advertise yourself as a life coach. That is a service that's provided. It's not therapy that's provided. Therapists like myself and psychologists, we had to get at least a master's degree, which I have right here, in counseling. My master's is in community counseling, or a psychologist can have a master's in psychology. And then we take a state board test given by the Secretary of State to become licensed in what we do. Every state is different, so I can't speak on other states, but here in Georgia, you have to have a master's degree to become a licensed professional counselor, along with 3,000 hours of supervision. I'm in the supervision stage, so you would consider me an apprentice counselor, but I'm still a master's level therapist. I have already completed my master's degree. I am currently in a PhD program, and I am going to obtain my doctorate in social psychology. A excuse me, psychiatrist is a actual medical doctor, and they really don't do talk therapy as much as they dispense medicines. Most of us counselors, like Portia and myself, we do community counseling as well, and we will have a psychiatrist on site to dispense medicine for people that need to control bipolar, schizophrenia, ADHD, or ADD, things like that. But we just provide talk therapy. We cannot dispense medicines. Even when I received my doctorate degree, I cannot dispense medicines because I'm not a medical doctor. I have a doctorate of philosophy. So that's some background about the difference between a counselor, a psychologist, a psychiatrist, and a life coach. And just a little sidebar. Ian Van Zandt is a life coach, and I'm sure everybody has watched her show. We are in no way down in life coaches. We are just offering information about, what a life coach is. And she is educated. I believe she has a master's in education, but she's not a counselor or a psychologist, and definitely not a psychiatrist. So her form of services may be different than how we would give therapy to a counselor. I'm sorry, to our clients. We aren't so much confrontational. We do confront if we have to, but there's different ways on how to confront. And our first thing is to make sure that our client can handle the confrontation that we give. Others have asked, how can they trust that we won't spread their information, share who sees us as clients, and things like that? Well, we are actually celebrity counselors here. We give advice to some very high profile people. We, see celebrities. We see some local politicians. Nobody knows that because we don't tell that. We go by a code of ethics that sanctions us. And if we break that code, and privacy is one of them, then we can be fined, we can lose our license, we can even do jail time. So we by no way give out information on who we see and what we talk about. Now, we as therapists may discuss it together, and that is to enhance our therapy session, especially for a person as myself who is still in supervision. I have to relay what I spoke about to my supervisor, so that of course she can inform me and say, you did this right, you did that wrong, you did, maybe next time approach it this way, etc. But by no means do we give out information about who we counsel and what topics we counsel on. And now, if you find out who we counsel, that's because that person has told, and maybe it was by referral, by choice, but it's definitely not us. Another question that we received was, everybody is crazy. So how can a therapist give therapy when they're probably just as crazy as we are? And let me just, quote that word crazy. It's not a medical term. It's not a medical diagnosis. It's not any of the DSMs. That is a lay or a street term. And in saying that, if I'll just say this, you cannot have a life where you haven't gone through something and then want to turn around and help someone go through something. A lot of therapists, counselors, psychiatrists, psychologists, we have had a lifestyle that may have, we've gone through some trauma. We've healed in that trauma, and we're here to help others get through to the place where they are healed. And we do that with the help of our clients. We just don't sit and talk at you. We, of course, help you help yourself so that you won't be dependent on us. But yeah, we can't just sit in front of clients and be damaged either. We all have to go through our counseling ourselves and deal with our issues so that we can offer great services to our clients. So, having said that, this is again the first of many vlogs that we want to bring you, and we're all about inspiring, uplifting, educating, and of course receiving feedback. We want this to be an interactive YouTube page. So our next vlog hopefully will be me and Portia together providing information, and we will give maybe 3 or 4 tools to help you be a better you, and then ask for your feedback. So I hope that I gave you information that you need to make an informed decision. If you want to ask for therapy, we're here to provide services for you, or we're here so you can spread the word. But overall, we're here to inspire and uplift. So thank you for looking at my first vlog, and I will be speaking with you soon. Thanks.